and welcome to Issues from Twitter. So there's another issue again that I'm bringing right here. And this is about a tweet that Peter Obi did, and I'm going to read out the tweet to you. So the tweet says, the review of the Constitution, that's Peter Obi with his tweet. He says, the review of the Constitution will be part of the overall restructuring Nigerians desire. It will entail legislative, executive, and judicial actions. Ultimately, the Nigerian people will decide. And then he signed it, of course, PO, showing that he is the one that did this particular tweet. It's not the handlers that did it. And they have a hashtag there. This tweet is self-explanatory. There's nothing to say about it. He's talking about the fact that Nigerians are yearning for restructuring, and part of that restructuring, Nigerians want a new constitution. You know, a lot of people have been yearning about the 1999 constitution and say that it needs to go. And he's saying here that the judiciary, the legislative arm, and the executive are the ones that will come together to do it, and that ultimately is the Nigerian people that we decide on whether this is going to be. So first of all, there's this a PDP supporter. This one I know is quite a PDP supporter, and he says, "Good morning, Mr. Peter Obi. He says how to you instead of how do you, but I'm sure he meant is one of those what do you call it now? Oh Lord, the words have failed me. Those autocorrect kind of thing that just get in. So how do you plan to achieve this without having the required number of senators, House of Representatives members, governors, and state assembly members from your party, sir? Sir, some of us will love to know how you plan to go about it." So this person is called Ima Ike Ume. I think he did this about 4 hours ago. Then another person who I think is also a PDP person, although I'm not very sure on that one. So he says on his own, and then this is what he says. "Good afternoon." So that one was good morning. This one is good morning. And he says, "How do you plan to achieve this without having the required number of senators, House of Representatives members, governors, and state assembly members from your party, sir?" And then he says, "Sir, some of us will love to know how you plan to go about it." The same tweet, not even other than the good afternoon and the good morning, didn't even bother to even, okay, I've seen sort of like, so, okay, I've seen what the message. So if you're giving platform to say, okay, this is what you need to reply there, that tweet. Let everybody now see what the messaging is, and they use their own English, their own everything, not just copy and paste and just put it out there. And moreover, this tweet is so self-explanatory because he's saying that it's Nigerians that will decide. Nigerians will decide the kind of people that are going to be in the legislative arm of government. And that's the reason why we're saying to people, don't just vote Peter Obi and look the other way. Vote competent people. We are not voting people from the same party. No, we've done party for 23 years now. What have we gotten out of it? Nothing other than bad governance, tears, mayhem, anguish, blood or flowing on the streets. That's what we've gotten. And this time we're saying that we want to vote competent candidates, wherever party they are in. Let them go there. Let people who care about Nigeria and Nigerians, who have empathy, who are patriotic, who have competence, character, capacity, who are bold, who will do the right thing, who are going to be there for the nation and not just for themselves, who are going to think of the next generation and not just the next election. These are the people we want to vote into office, so that when they get in there, all they're thinking about is not how to support the person that brought them in or the person that gave them the party ticket, but it's to know that it's Nigerians that put them in there, and they will do the work for Nigeria. And so that's basically what we're talking about, what we are asking for, and what we all need to do. We need to begin to check and to curate all of these candidates and choose the best of the best, irrespective of what party they come from, so that when they go there, they will align based on competence, they will align based on character, they will align based on capacity, they will align based on their patriotism, they will align based on their empathy and their love for Nigeria, and they are wanting to have a legacy, a good legacy, not the kind of legacies that we have where people, where legislative arm turn to rubber stamp, either rubber stamp assembly or rubber stamp state houses of assembly or rubber stamp national assembly. So we must all do this, because there's so much. It's just unbelievable what the whole thing that somebody is seeing with this election, where you think that, well, it's not even surprising. I knew for sure for a lot of people it's never about good governance. They are not interested in good governance. Even when you see them making the maths, you know that they are administration bias. All they are interested in is who is in government. Their demand is not for a better Nigeria. Their demand is that their own is not in government. They are not the ones who are dishing us or the bad governors. They are not the ones in power. So Nigerians, it's for us to sit up and ensure that we do the needful. What is the needful? Voting candidates with competence, character, and capacity into the legislative arm of government, because the